what exists, what is true? And how would Doctor Who answer these questions? Cosmology, we're not talking about cosmetology now, and that would be the study of the origin, structure, nature, dynamics of the universe. It asks questions like, where did we come from? How would Doctor Who answer this question? And how does the Bible answer this question? So, are we just stories in the end? I don't know if you can see this here. It's got a tombstone, and those of you that are familiar with Doctor Who can see, and if you can see this, our projector wasn't working on the day we did this in class, so we're redoing it. It says Rory Arthur Williams died age, I think, 83, and Amelia Williams died 87. So are we just, when we're gone, are we just gone, as the naturalists and the atheists would say, or in the biblical, what would you say the biblical worldview would answer that question? Don't answer that yet. First, we're going to take a look at the word of the day, which is, everybody say the word of the day? You see it? Okay, good. Everybody say it out loud together.
Ledge.
Ledge, very good. Okay, that's right. So, you can see Amy looks pretty confused. She's looking at me. She's looking like, "Are you crazy, talking hat lady? How does ledge help us study metaphysics and physics?" And I think that this is a picture also of Amy. She's a writer after she joins Rory in the past, and that's from the comic Imaginary Enemies. I don't know if you get that on film or not, but it's a pretty cool comic picture. So ledge doesn't make sense, so let's look beneath the filter. There is a filter here. I don't know, some of you may have guessed, but I don't think so, because you can't really see what's underneath it. So in metaphysics, when we're looking for the biblical worldview, we want to remove the filter. So now let's read the real word, which is
Knowledge.
knowledge. That's right. And the filter, we could think of it as representing naturalism, humanism, postmodernism, relativism. Let's just rip that right off. If you have your Bibles, try putting this filter over the Bible. There you go. Can you pass that around? Thank you. Put it over the Bible. Does that help you read the Bible better?
No.
No. Can you see? Can you see very well?
Not very well.
Not very well. Okay. Anybody else want to try it? Just pass it around. The filter is sometimes called the slant. In politics, we call it the slant or the bias. And all media has a slant, bias, or perceived bias, because every media creator has a worldview. Every worldview is religious. Every thinking person assumes certain things on faith about God and man. We talked about that in an earlier lesson. Our worldview can be heavily influenced if we don't remove filters and recognize bias. And this is just a little reminder of that. No, it would actually help if I made this bigger, wouldn't it? There we go. Is that better? Okay. So let's do a quick review of the three basic worldview questions. As we watch or read a book or listen to music, remember that every worldview, Christian and non-Christian, deals with at least these three questions. Number one, can you guys try and say it with me? We've been doing this for a few weeks. Where did we come from? And what comes after that? Can you see it from there? I know we need to get our...
And why are we here?
Very good. And what's number two? Anybody want to read it?
What is wrong with the world?
Yep. And the last one, Susie. What's the last one? And number three. What's number three?
How do we
Fix it. Very good. And that's from Got Questions Ministries. So, are we all stories in the end? What do you think? Anybody want to comment? From the biblical worldview, do you think we're just all stories in the end? How many people
No.
think, oh, you say no, okay. Anybody think yes? Anybody think we're just stories in the end? Okay, good. So when you're reading or watching something, think about it. What is this story telling us? Is it truth or error? Consider the worldview using epistemology and cosmology origins. Now, this was the lead-in to talk about epistemology. So, epistemology is the study of what? But everybody say it together.
Knowledge.
Knowledge. That's right. Very good. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.